we're here because of Postdoc Appreciation Week. So I thought I might just kick this off by asking you, what distinguishes the postdoc years as a special time in training as we launch into our scientific trajectories?
Yeah, I think of the postdoc years as a time when you have a license that you don't retain for all of your career to explore things very, very, to cast the net broadly, to ask anybody any question, to bring different laboratories together to synergize in finding solutions to problems or asking the messy questions that you can't ask later on in your career when you have many, many other obligations. I think it's a time when, to a first approximation, research is your only agenda, and people expect you to knock on their door and ask a question, and to not only interface with your mentor, but to bring the work and the techniques and the expertise of other laboratories in your institution to bear on the questions that your own laboratory is asking. I think that's really the advantage of the postdoctoral years, to develop yourself an area of expertise that's different than anybody else's, because it pulls from many, many different parts of the enterprise. So John, I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what you remember of your postdoctoral years. I mean, what was special about that experience for you?
Yeah, Nina, it really mirrors a lot of what you just mentioned about what makes the postdoc years so special. It really was about concentrating on the research. It really was all about the research and developing oneself to be not just a better scientist, but to discover an area that one could take forward, either as an independent scientist, in an academic lab, or in an industrial setting, or in teaching, or in outreach communication. I mean, there's so many different ways to use it. I was really lucky. I actually chose a lab that was known for doing a lot of different things. And when I arrived, it was, the challenge was, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? There wasn't a set path. There wasn't a color by numbers book that was handed to me of a project to do. But that's why we're in science, right? And it was really up to me to find where the blue sky was and to pursue it. And I was very fortunate because I was in a lab that allowed people to just kind of try things and only to think about things that really got them excited, not to be worried about the mundanities and so forth. So that for me was really the best part about it, was just this exploration, not only of the science, but also, as it turned out, how I was going to grow as a scientist. But on the other hand, it was challenging because, there was always the question of what do I do if this crazy thing I'm trying doesn't work out? But I mean, that's kind of part of the game, I guess. And so it's really a matter of finding an environment that supports you to do that, and to make sure that no matter what you come out of it, you'll come out a better scientist.